A huge shout out to the overthinkers.
An overthinker. He watches the show.
To the overthinkers, shout out Buffet too.
All about faith to this is Parker, yeah. Thank you, overthinkers.
Keep inspiring the next generation.
Shout out to the overthinkers. Tando Pela. Much love.
To my overthinkers, mamela ubuchopho ngeke buphume buyakhula nizinja nikhokho yazini as overthink siya overachieve.
I'm stealing that. I've stolen that one. I've stolen it.
Oh, wow. Yeah? How do champions spend their Mondays? Is a question that I've been trying to answer all day long, man. Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Joseph Mokwena. I am your host. And this show is all about South African football, African football, and every now and then we go overseas. As the Mickey Jr. has been dropping news after news after news after news, but we'll get to that possibly tomorrow. But in any case, guys, the show, like I said, is on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. And then, of course, if Chiefs, Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Bafana, or Banyana are in action, we will be here covering those games as well. It's a very interactive show. You can jump in and speak to me live by joining me on TikTok. So those watching on YouTube, you have to join me live right now on TikTok. Where you can, if you're following me, you can join me by pressing the button at the bottom of your screen that says multi-guest. It's got a blue figure hugging a pink figure. You click on it, you request, I let you in, and you join one of the panels for the discussions. Guys, ditaba. Yo. What has happened, guys? You guys couldn't even let us as Chiefs just enjoy. Just enjoy the Nedbank Cup win. We had to hear about Jose leaving tomorrow, last game tomorrow. Kamwe might be joining Ahly. Nabi might be leaving. Guys, you couldn't even let us hear Sundowns, 60 goals, 1 point away. Guys, man, at least let us enjoy. But guys, today is a Monday review show. So I'm going to ask you a couple of things. I think what we're going to do is just for respect, we're going to do one panel for Sundowns, then go into the panel for the Nedbank Cup. So we will see how it's going to work. No, I'll give you 30 minutes. I'll give you 30 minutes to speak about Sundowns. Then we're going to go into the Nedbank Cup and we're going to speak a little bit. I'm going to ask you about some of the stuff. Remember, how it works is that it's 5 people per panel. Each of you 5 guys are going to get 5 minutes. And then I'm asking that you just do 2 minutes, Nyana, so I can just ask you some questions. But Chiefs fans, man, hey, Gwamnande, South Africa.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more.
We have to win more. That is the message. We have to win more, which is something that Kaizer Chiefs fans will be hoping is actually done. But for now, guys, we're going to start off today's topic with Mamelodi Sundowns, a team that is 1 point away from mathematically, theoretically, everything, Ali, being able to win this league. Now, as it stands, technically they need one more point in order to win. Pirates, if it were to win all those games, would be on the same points as Mamelodi Sundowns. But of course, goal difference is so large that Sundowns has won. Pirates still need to. We have to play it out before we can say anything about that. So please, if you want to speak Mamelodi Sundowns, we're going to start there. One panel, then we're going to go into the Nedbank Cup final. Sundowns played Stellenbosch 3-0. They won 3-0. 9 attempts, 5 on target. Stellenbosch had 10 attempts, 5 on target. Sundowns had 72% of the possession versus 28 from Stellenbosch. Then, of course, they completed 676 passes versus Stellenbosch's 262. Goals came from the most informed players right now. Ribeiro, 6th minute. Reyners, 12th minute. And then, of course, Arthur Salash scored in the 18th minute. The 22-year-old Arthur Salash. But in any case, Agent, welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
You must respect me as the resident Sundowns fan here. You must respect me. When I speak on behalf of Sundowns fans.
You speak on behalf of all of them.
Yes, we only want 15 minutes. Not too much. It's fine. We love what you did to Pirates. You guys kicked Jose out, man. I never knew that Sundowns Chiefs Kalabo is this sweet, right? It's very sweet.
How genuine. How genuine.
I didn't know that Genu can be this sweet. I saw Sundowns fans singing Ojo about because of Orlando Pirates, not Kaizer Chiefs. That was sweet.
No, but before we get into that one, shalom. Your team has taken another step, another record broken, 1 point away. Ribeiro scored again, Reina scored again, Sale scored. Man.
They say most of the time when you're witnessing history, you are not aware that you're witnessing history.
Yeah.
I think one day maybe when 10 years down the line, we'll be like, we were there, we watched every single goal there, we witnessed this dangerous team, I think the only thing that they need to solidify that legendary status is to win CAF Champions League. Because failure to win that is going to be another season, that is going to be swept under the carpet. So man, I have nothing to talk about this team. I think I'm good.
Now I want to ask you something. These teams that play against Sundowns, I've heard lots of rumblings on social media where people are saying that these teams are not playing hard, they're not showing up, they only show up for Chiefs and Pirates. How do you feel about that thought that these teams, maybe Stellenbosch, we thought would be a tough question for Sundowns, but it turned out not to be. How do you feel about this idea?
It's an interesting idea because that means that Pirates also has not been playing hard in the league against us, because they've been giving us more than 4 points a season for the last 5 years. I think this season alone you collected half a dozen from Chiefs. So it's a pedestrian argument, if I'm to be honest with you. So, but no, man, I think it's a mental thing, man. You are caught between, they say in modern football you count your games according to blocks, usually blocks of 5. That in this block I want 15 points, But if there's a block of Sundowns, I'm sure you're saying I want 12 points. And I think that also starts affecting your psyche. You're on some, if I can get 13, it's a bonus. If I can get a 15, it's a miracle. So already you come into the game saying, first things first, let me not lose by a high score.
Yeah.
Second thing, if I to get something, let me get a point. If possible, let me get 3 points, which is a perverse way of thinking, because you're supposed to go into the game looking for 3 points, but against this team, you are forced to think otherwise. So maybe it's just a mental thing that maybe we'll talk about. Yeah.
So I wanna drill into that.
Yeah.
There's this tendency of teams playing Sundowns, that it's almost like they wait for Sundowns to score the 2 goals and then they come alive. What do you think informs that thinking within the game? Because trying to score 3 goals versus Sundowns is already too much.
I think it's a case of if you had to look at it, excuse me, when you're going to the game, like I'm saying, what is the ultimate objective? The first ultimate objective is not to concede as much. The moment you concede 2 goals, you're like, that objective is done. The second objective is to get a draw. That objective. So what am I fighting for? So then you can start. But for you to go to the game saying, hey, I want to go and win, you are risking already, because you are waiting for a 4-5-0 driving. So you go to the game thinking that maybe you have something to protect, your dignity and 1 point. So I don't blame the coaches like that, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna ask you this. It's a little bit unfair, but I'm gonna ask you this.
Okay.
Should we question the league for not being ambitious in wanting to beat Sundowns? And has it become a situation where the Sundowns game is a given? Because it doesn't feel like, even after losing, however much you lose, people tend to just go, guys, it's Sundowns. And do you think that I know it's pretty much in line with what we're saying, but is it okay to lose to Sundowns in our league right now?
It's okay. It's okay. Perfectly normal, But I think the point that you wanted to drive across is not the loss against Sundowns that makes you lose the league or not be competitive in the league.
Yes.
It's not those 6 points.
Yeah.
What are you doing to challenge Sundowns? Sundowns has lost, 10 points already this season, I think.
Yeah.
As a team, if you allow Sundowns to beat you only, it means you can only 6 points. So you should be ahead of them mathematically. So what are you doing with the other games? I think you should be questioning that the amount of effort you put against Sundowns, maybe put it against other teams, perform the same way, get those maximum points, so that if you lose 6 points against Sundowns, it's not a train smash. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you so much, Agent. Let me bring in Umkom. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Eta Oti, how's it?
Oh, I've faced the dilemma, man. Hey, champion behavior njani Monday. Oh, nakusasa, we're gonna start over. What must I do with myself? But it's fine. Nice Sundowns marching on.
That's why I don't want to talk about Chiefs today. I just want to focus on Sundowns. They celebrate too much in a weekend, so I don't care. I don't want to talk about Chiefs. Get sharp.
Sidle wonke amathambo, man. T-bone steak, bone marrow. Hey, if it has a, but anyway. 3-0 Sundowns wins. 1 point away from taking the league. How do you feel about it?
Sundowns is running away with it again, Oti. Again. And we need to give them credit. We shouldn't be selfish. I love Mamelodi Sundowns, not because I'm a fan of Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm not a fan of them. I'm a fan of their football. I've constantly said this. They have mastered the art of playing as a team. And there's a lot of fluidity if you watch Mamelodi Sundowns. The players seem to understand each other, each other's capabilities and quality. So if you have a team like that, as a coach, Oti, it's not going to be that hard for you to sort of run that team. Remember, if you look at Mamelodi Sundowns, I always say this: when Pitso left, he had already built the style of Mamelodi Sundowns and what is expected of Mamelodi Sundowns. So the other coaches, what they do is just to make additions there and there to make sure that they have their own team as well. But if you check it, they have been consistent in winning each and every season to win the league, and consistent in beating teams convincingly so in all these seasons. So that is why I'm not surprised, and I'm thinking it's going to change a lot of seasons for us Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns to get to that level, to again gain that number one spot in the Premier League or in the PSL, because they're doing everything so well. Like your agent has said, maybe what's left for now is for them to convince us in CAF, of which I think it's going to happen this season, because already they are playing in the final. So if they win it, they are actually stamping their authority even in Africa, because they've already have in South Africa and Southern Africa. So I admire them, and I'm saying this because I love the direction that South African football is taking. A lot of African countries are talking about South Africa now, even with bafana to say they are using their own players to play in this AFCON and on these tournaments. So it's good for us, for South African football. So we need to just make sure that we do whatever it is that they are doing as well as Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. I just wish that Kaizer and Irvin Khoza would get something from Mamelodi Sundowns and say, hey, maybe we can use this to try and build our teams as well.
I want to ask you, in what you've said, you've spoken very highly of Mamelodi Sundowns, but do you think that do you think that Sundowns is underrated in terms of how we view it? Because if you look at its league position, they've just scored the most goals ever in a season. You look at Abo Ribeiro, Abo Salesh, Abo Reinas, what they're doing, but yet we still see conversations about the relay. We still see conversations about Pirates and their play. We still don't hear conversations about Cardoso. Are we underrating Sundowns, or is it just a consequence of them being so good for so long?
Thank you for saying that last statement. Yeah, it's a consequence of them for being so good for a very long time. It's like it's expected of them to win. I don't know if you've noticed that. If Sundowns win, it's like, what did we expect? If Sundowns score, it's like, they were supposed to score 2 or 3 goals or more. So yeah, we really, really, really expect them to be Mamelodi Sundowns. And that's why now when we see someone shining at Kaizer Chiefs or Orlando Pirates, we tend to dwell so much on that player. Like you are saying, Rele Mofokeng is like highly praised now by everyone. But look at the Sundown team. There's a lot of people that are, when you look and compare with Rele, you are like, no, but hey, they are it's the same players. They've got the same qualities. So it's only because we are used to Sundowns winning season in, season out.
Thank you so much. Let me bring in Umia. Mia, welcome to the show. How are you? Mia, how are you, my brother?
Hey, please, this are you. I will be no humble, man. Yes, Sundowns, be humble, man. But see, OT, I welcome my league. I think at this point, I think you will. I'm just Okados of a single nigga begging doubt about. But I think in Tayenzi, I think a comment Elias and Yashus is a good listener. Ukwazi ukudlala ushalulile no-Rhinos in one match at the same time. So mhlambe kuma-comments wethu bewabona or maybe bengawaboni, but uyifundile leyo nto, because in the last 5 games bebadlala, but in the last 3 games let me put down ushalulile and play Rhinos. And then that's where we started scoring, because bese singasascori, bese silibedla ama-draw ubonayo, this draw, man, I don't think we deserve it. But shuthi ile war yama-sharpshooters only laphana phambili. So akekho umuntu ofuna ukuphasa. Ribeiro want to score, Shalulile want to score, Rhinos want to score. So if ubadlala babayi-3, so it becomes a war laphana front yethu. So for that ukuthi uthe mayibuka analysis yakhe wabona ukuthi no, let me put down one ngibone ukuthi ubani uzosebenza, because I think it was just a test ukuthi let me see uRhinos uzowenzani mabedlala yedwa, and then I can see. So at that point should see isebenzile, and no sales show at the slum chitangeba fisa I uzwana akaretire manje yabo nje akaretire kusa early ngoba manje bese I think ngeke awuyena umuntu ombambayo manje ukuthi angasakwazi ukuthi aphinde adlale again uzwane because after that guy angazi futhi sifunani he's just 22
Yeah.
and unayo yonke into he's a passer he's a scorer header angazi ufunani this complete player.
Mara ngantshela ngayo Salez. But I want to ask you, I want to Kuluma right now. You're speaking about Caruso and the job that he's doing. Going forward, is this going to be what Sundowns does? Coach, builder. He's not coming to, change styles. We are manager nje. Ubambalente corner just for the 1 or 2 years that you're there, then you leave. Is that what Sundowns is going to be going forward? No, Peggy.
Yabona uthi indlu maseyakhiwe okwakukuthi ufake ifurnish ungayishintsha ifurnish ngaphakathi uthini but to change the whole structure izokumosha kakhulu usuyayibulala yonke into that means sekumele uye nakamasipala uyosho ukuthi usushintshile yonke lento at this point I don't think content kumele ayishintshe because if you look at sales Una 22, you look at Adams, he's 23, you look at Kulise, he's 27, 28.
He's 24.
So I don't think other than that, you can just add, I don't think, but at this point, on my view, la South Africa esimdingayo. Mhlambe nje angasusa lo amchitalo Suarez then we can find another defender mhlambe ezo siza
Marukhona khoza khona bolibusa ngisafuna omunye basafuna omunye
Ulibusa is 33 so at this point so kahlahle we are building for a future because I think Khoza is a right-footed right back or center back, so I don't think comfortable and he's still young. He's 20 years, so nalokho kufanele sick back. So groomer is gonna take time. We just need someone his average age. He got 25, 26, 27. Esingasho sithi cha. Yeah, we are complete. But Suarez, no, I don't think. Yeah, on loan, good. But who's no, thank you.
Okay. No, Mia, for time, I'm going to jump in. Let me bring in Ukotani. Kodani, welcome to the show.
Mr. Oti, thanks for having me.
1 point away.
You, Mr. Oti, or should I say, Mr. Champion?
Thank you. Yeah, I want my full title. The full title, 2025 Nedbank Cup Champion.
Congratulations, Mr. Oti, and let me greet also everyone who's here. Before we can start, I sent you a DM. I don't know if you're ignoring me, Mr. Oti, or what, but anyway.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, no worries.
So I wanted to ask you, 1 point away from Sundowns winning the league again, and it's done, right? We can say it's done. It's just mathematically there's a probability that's very high. How do you feel about Sundowns and this game versus Stellenbosch?
It was done the moment we jumped Orlando Pirates and then we went to number 1. The league was gone then. So now it's just making it formality by looking for that 1 point. Even though we know we might even be champions by tomorrow, it's possible. Paris draw or lose. But anyway, I'm really happy for this guy Cardoso, what he's doing. This guy is something else. And then I will also apologize for doubting Salez. I'm sure you've proven a lot of people wrong. Yes, I had my doubts before. And then now I can say the guy is good. He's very good. He's very good with the ball, with the passing, even shooting. He even scored with the right foot, his weaker foot. Yesterday. Yesterday. So you can see that the guy is very good and the guy is going far away. I'm sure next season we'll be talking about something else. I'm sure he might grab maybe some few awards. Maybe if he started with the season, this season he might be on nomination with some of the awards. If you can see, like, he's scoring, he's assisting, like he's even defending. Like if you can see most of the crosses or the corners that we concede, he's the one who's defending with his head. So you can see the guy is very good. But all in all, Sundown, man, like I think we are on our own league right now. Like I foresee maybe another 2 or 3 seasons with no competition. Yes, Paris, they did try this season, but now they lost their coach. I think it's gonna be another backwards if to start with a new coach or something. But I don't see anyone catching us anytime soon.
I want to ask you about Cardoso. Is Cardoso underrated, number one? And then number two, is he a long-term coach? Do you see him being at Sundowns for a long time? Or is it just, you get your 2 or 3 years, you bow out, somebody else comes in, they're not changing structure, they're not changing culture, they're just managing. Is it now that type of situation at Sundowns?
I think that's gonna be the case. I'm sure maybe it can come 2, 3 seasons or 4 maybe max. This coach nowadays, they normally don't want to stay for a very long time. They normally come maybe do good 2, 3 seasons and then they go somewhere else. Even Cardoso, I think he will go, but not because underperforming, but maybe because he found another maybe opportunity in Europe or something. But Cardoso it's a good coach, and I don't see Sundown. Sundown is just gonna be a Sundown. It's already a well-owned machine, so anyone who's gonna come, it's just gonna continue where he left. He's just gonna bring maybe some few spices, but the meat is there. Like everything is there. He just put some small salt nyana there and there. But for now, Sundown is solid.
So, play of the season.
To be fair, Ribeiro, the guy who can score against 11 goalkeepers, no one can do that. But anyway, Ribeiro is gonna be a player, unless if maybe they rob him, like they did to who's this guy, Allende, his first season. He was supposed to win it. I think the middle of the middle fielder of the season, but they didn't give him because maybe it's not from South Africa. But if they don't give it to Ribeiro, I'm telling you, something is smelling.
One last question for the 30 seconds. Is there anybody that's close to Ribeiro? Who are the players that are close to Ribeiro, if we're saying he's the player of the season?
No one is close to Ribeiro. You can even check the stats. Go even to the stats and check. You will see no one is close to Ribeiro.
Okay.
No one. Ribeiro is there, and then others, they are just,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
But no one is close to Ribeiro when it's come to play of the season.
For time, I'm going to jump in. Let me go to Tyler. Tyler.
Halala we chipsy, halala we chipsy, halala we champion, halala we champion, halala we champion. I think this week was supposed to be all about chips, man. Yeah?
I agree. People are robbing us of our joy.
Aye, man. Now, HN must just stop. We've been talking about Sundowns since day one. We must be talking about Chiefs now. How Chiefs beat Pirates dominant in the last 10 minutes of the game. To secure the win. OT, did you see the country?
The country was happy.
Oh, my God. Hey, OT, I don't know. Thank God we won. OT, at least not managed. At least now we feel like, we have a team that's representing us in the
Mara, Tyler. Sundowns.
Sundowns dominating South Africa. What is that cooking? Who's cooking now?
Yeah?
Someone is cooking, man.
Can you hear the background? Okay, let me do this.
Yeah, you're frying something there. Can you hear me? Yes. OT was saying Mamelodi Sundowns dominance in South African football. For me, is a testament to their long-term planning, financial backing, tactical excellency, but it also raises questions about the competition and overall health of the league. These guys, they also you must also look into the vision of the team. These guys, over the last 20 or 10 years or so, since Pitso, these guys, they've been talking about Champions League. Since Pitso, our main vision or main objective as Sundowns is to dominate in Africa, across Africa, become the number one team across Africa. You know what that does when OT? Automatically it set a mindset to the players and it surpasses EPSL. So when you're playing against these guys, you are playing against people in terms of their mindset is not in this league. They know what here we're going to dominate. Here we are dominant. You know, by the time you enter into a tunnel with them, already you have lost. Because they already have a mindset to go to here, because this is not our objectives. This league, if you're listening to Grant, he was interviewed by Thomas. He's saying we just want to wrap this thing and then we focus on the Champions League. You know?
Yeah.
That should tell you in our OT. Now, it starts there when our OT. It starts there with the mindset. And I'm telling you, they're still going to dominate for the next 10 years to come. Because look now, they're going to Club World Cup. They are going where? To Club World Cup. It means they need to boost their squad so that they are at par with the teams that are playing there. Now, what does that say when about the competition now? The level of competition is going up. Because now they will be able to attract Abanyo Ribeiro, Abanyo Nascimento, Abanyo Sales, Abo Sales, Abanyo Matthews. So the competition is going. Even in some of the other PSL team, they will be able to take them, some of the good players there, to beef up their squad. So you're not going to catch these guys for the next 20 years to come.
Yeah.
Unless you reinvest, unless you have a long-term planning, unless you invest in good coaching, then you can catch up with these people. Look, they beaten a team that was playing when OT Confed. They were the runners, they were the run-up of the Confed, these guys. Look at how they beaten them. 20 minutes, 3 goals. My goodness. My goodness, guys.
But I'm gonna just jump in just for time. I'm gonna give you the last minute here. Don't worry about what's happening in the background. I'm cooking like Nabi. Pirates. It doesn't end in one day. Tyler, I want to ask you, when it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns, what sets them apart? Because somebody's telling me that it's money in the comments. I'm seeing money. But we've seen teams with money. Your team has money. Relative money. Stellenbosch have money. What sets Sundowns apart that has made them be able to spend that money correctly or to make use of it? Or does it even matter? Does attitude come into this? What other factors are here?
Attitude matters. In whatever you do, if you don't have an attitude to do, you want to do better. You look at the teams they are playing against in the PSL, their attitude when they play against them. Back, they let them come. And then in the last 20 minutes of the game, by then the match is done, it's finished. What sets them apart is continental ambitions. OT, they aim high. when you aim, even in your life, in our lives, with the OT, if you aim for 20,000, you're gonna get 5,000. Because you're working towards 20,000. If you earn $1 million, you're going to earn 500,000. Because anything and everything that you're doing is towards that objectives. That's why they are repping this game. That's why they are winning constantly, because they understand that we have to take the league for us to compete where? In Africa.
Yeah.
So ambitions were not OT, continental ambitions. Let's have that. If our teams can have that continental ambition, I like what Chiefs were doing. They were celebrating when they understood good they are going to Africa. I like that attitude because it set a certain mindset. Uguti we're going, and that will strengthen our league when OT. If you have 5, 6 teams as South Africa, competing, it will boost our league. It will boost our bafana. And these guys have contributed to our South African football because 8 players from Sundowns play in the bafana. Look how bafana has improved. Thank you, OT.
For time, I'm going to jump in. Guys. We are going to move on to the next one. Apologies for that. Yeah, guys, please mute. Hi, please mute. Tabza. Ow. Okay. I just wanted to say. So, guys, I think Sundowns is an incredible team. I think the work that Coach Cardoso and his other members there are doing are great, because all of us may speak about how it's easy. Oh, you should go win with this money. You should go win with these players. You should go do all of these things. But the reality of the situation is that he came in. The season had already started. Sundowns was on a. What's happening? Do I have an echo, guys? Malmekuzo, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you, OT.
Oh, there's an echo. Okay, I'm gonna come there.
But I can hear you.
Okay, so we have to give them credit in that, this could have been a season where everything falls off the tracks. Getting rid of Coach Rulani last season, getting rid of Coach Mangoba this season, getting rid of a lot of different things within the team, changing the structures, Tigers. This could have been a season where everything goes wrong. But the fact that things have not gone wrong is testament to Mamelodi Sundowns' planning and what they've done. We're going to move on to the big game.
South Africa. South Africa. No putting your mouse in.
Yeah. Oh, Emma Okay. Kaizer Chiefs played Orlando Pirates in the final of the Nedbank Cup on Saturday. Kaizer Chiefs came out 2-1 winners in that game. Cirino scored in the 10th minute via penalty. Mart scored in the 80th minute to seal the game after Omachupa had come back within 7 minutes of Chiefs opening to make it 1-1. Then Mart finished it off to make it 2-1. Then, of course, when you look at the stats, Chiefs had 6 shots, 3 on target. Pirates had 14 shots, 5 on target. Pirates had more possession at 55%. They completed slightly more passes with 365 versus Chiefs at 311. But Kaizer Chiefs was then crowned the Nedbank Cup Champions 2025, ending a 10-year drought. 10-year drought for trophies. We've been watching other kids picking up trophies. Pirates picked up this trophy two times in a row on top of other trophies. So Kaizer Chiefs have finally broken the drought. We're going to have a discussion about the game. Malume Kuzo, welcome.
Mr. OT, champ.
Ow.
Champ.
Bati, the time is now. We saying John Cena. The champ is here.
No, man, it's beautiful, Mr. OT. A well-deserved victory. Another learning point in terms of structures of football. I would have thought the lineup would have been exposed, but it showed which it can actually hold up, not once, but twice, 2 games in a row. So, man, it's just there's an issue in your sound there, command, Mr. OT.
Wait, let me just check. Sorry about that.
So, what else is so good,
Yeah.
man?
Man. What's happening now? I hear it. Okay, let's try.
Yeah, what's a kishini, Mr. OT?
Ay, angike kishi. No, but carry on, Madam Kus. I will mute it.
Yeah, so all in all, for me, a good time for Chiefs to win, and I did say it was written in the stars. If you go back to 2006, like I said, where Pirates lost the league, where we lost to Chiefs in the final, and where we lost to CS Vaccine in the CAF Champions League semi-final. You understand? So we are okay as Pirates. We saw this coming when Coach Micho also did not finish the season, that very same season. I see Coach Rivero is following the same kind of thing. And I'm actually shocked that vilakazi was not singing from this hymn sheet, because I think he was one of the players who were involved. So I was like, so remind the people, Luguti, it can end badly in tears. I think most Pirates fans knew, Mr. Oti, and we were so chilled. All in all, Mr. Oti, congratulations, Chiefs. And man, khona le ngoma imnandi man ethi jabula 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 kuyashintshana jabula ukujabula kuyashintshana jabula. It's your turn, Mr. Uti. Enjoy it.
All I'm saying is that kudala sinibukela ukujabula kutshintshisana mara for some reason it was jumping go fitla kwa ko naturena, but it's okay. Oh, Malume Kuso jumps off before I can ask him a question. Let me go to Prati. Hey guys, can you hear me? Prati, is my sound that bad? What's happening? Let me see. Oh, guys, stereophonic.
Hey, Oti, now I can hear you. It's just that your sound is somehow, but I can hear you.
Is it still somehow right now?
No. Kikushare, it's the chemical engineers that are trying to stop the celebrations. Somebody went to Boyne and you could see they went to Moria. You saw the attire when they were doing the pitch inspection. It was written in the stars, in the mountains, everywhere. Yo. Ergalapa Shem. Yo.
Stereophonic, tell me. 2-1. It almost felt as though Pirates and Chiefs swapped places because Nebi, when it came time to make changes, made some smart changes, and Coach Rivero kind of let everything go, man.
Well, in fact, the game could have been even over the first half because after the equalizer, you could get the sense that Pirates was smelling blood, but unfortunately, I think the attackers sort of let them down, barring some work from Peterson. But then once Makaula went out, and I think Rivero could have seen the moment Ntetwa came in, Pirates could have taken advantage, and unfortunately they didn't. And the two changes, Dupria and Chabalala, were the game changers. And I was shocked because in the members group, I was prophesying to say, hey, I was going to do one better than Junior Khanye and say we're going to lose 4-1. I even made a build bet and told people, Orbona, don't even do both teams to score. Double chance Pirates draw. It didn't happen like that. And I apologize to the members, but I was also happy at the same time. So, no. It could have been worse, but I think the second half, we saw the hunger.
and I'm proud of the boys. But also, I think let's take this victory in our stride, and then let's try and get into top 8. And then whether Nabi stays or goes, we need to move. We need to move. We start as we mean to move.
Quick question. Coach Jose is leaving. Looks like Coach Nabi is leaving. Where do the two teams sit after these coaching changes?
Okay, before I answer that, I once prophesied in the group to say that Nabi is going to leave after the Nedbank Cup final. I thought he was going to leave because he lost. But, wow, okay. But then coming to the next one, I think for Chiefs, it's like one step forward, two steps back. Now it's like, okay, who do we find a coach now? And along with the players that they already signed, because I'm assuming that the next coach will bring in something different. And then now he has to find players to sort of build upon for the next season. With Orlando Pirates, the challenge is where to from here? Where to from here? Do we continue with the coach with the style of play? Do we let Ngazi in because he's been part of that whole technical team? It's the question. I think it will be more to Pirates to say where to from here.
Okay.
Yeah, because the one bad decision, then the banter year starts, and we don't want that for Pirates. No, don't want that for Pirates.
But I'm going to bring it to Tebza. We couldn't do it overseas, but at least the Cabo Mandatory Trophy.
Aish, bambodisitse pele o ka ntlhela ke obetse thata ke banta left and right. Ay. Bona OD mo ka jeno a ona tactics tse re di analyzang. That game wasn't won on tactics or whatever. It was solely won by spirit. Watalwan by only spirit is our go winner, and the last time we lose there against Pirates, this is our only chance of winning something this season and making history. There was no tactics there that worked. There was nothing. So let's not talk tactics when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, we can talk tactics when it comes to Orlando Pirates or where did they get it wrong or something. But then when it comes to Chiefs, guys, Nelly Mudimu Tuseri, Rebetin Gulu Zertamai. Nelo Nagam coach.
Marakuba Robusta then. Chiefs going forward, what's going to happen? Yeah, guy now, because came out there's the rumors that Coach Nabi is not going to finish the season or he's not going to be back next season. Li staff side kaofela. Pirates Leona, Coach Jose Watsamaya, but maybe Al Ahly. Where do the two teams stand? And do you think that those changes will harm them?
For Chiefs, I don't think it will harm them. Already we are in shambles. So for the coach that's coming, I think it's a positive for whoever who is coming, because at least the pressure, trophy is off. So now maybe even the players will feel they can play with confidence now, because I believe even though we blame or quality or coach it also working. We were also brought down by confidence in players. Players are good. We're signing good players, but then when they come to us, they somehow lose confidence about who and all that because of Reina defender hard because we were so desperate to get results and trophies. So now the pressure we're going to be lenient on them even though we already mistake. So that they can play Pila. Just like other teams still with confidence. Confidence is everything in football. If you don't have it, you won't do anything. So pressure can tell Pirates because of, even though Coach Ribeiro has lost trophies this season, but then he has set a bar where they can win trophies. And whoever is going to come in must hit the ground running, because of Orlando Pirates supporters. They are like Sundowns supporters now. They are already used to winning every season. That's why they are this head right now. They lost the trophy. You understand? So the coach who's going to be under pressure now is the one that's coming to Orlando Pirates, because now he won't have time to experiment or he won trophyless this season and all that. If he goes trophyless, he'll go. That's how it's going to be hard at Pirates.
Can I ask you then, the coach that must come in, what type of coach should Pirates be looking for? Should they be looking for a long-term project, maybe a local coach to change everything? Should they be looking at a coach that's similar to Jose Rivero, where it might take them 2 or 3 years to make an African impact the way that Jose did? Or should they go the Sundowns route and say, as in, Otsibang African game, or maybe Winileng and Tote di Kefi what? Where should they go with this, in your opinion?
It's a very difficult one, OT, because now when it comes to Orlando Pirates, they seem to be like Kaizer Chiefs. They've had good times whenever they got foreign coaches. You understand? They've never had great times with local coaches, except for Roger Dessart. It was better than Roger Dessart. So I don't know. There've been rumors as well. Legan Taylor go nah.
President Fathers.
No, Rulani, maybe he might come back and take the offer. Maybe ever come offer because he's taken time off that side. Because they saying they still offer him the job and everything. But I strongly believe that if should Pirate come knocking, Mogo go Rulani, he'd never think twice. He'd come back and take over Pirates, and I think he's going to do well with Pirates.
Okay, Tebza, thank you so much. Let me bring in Prati. Prati, what is the high and low when now only strating or celebrate a winner di capu? I would take a show. How is the out thing? Marari winner about celebrate a fella how you?
Brauti, Copa introduces in accent of Radikin Bra champion. Bra champion. I guess I have Radi. Trying to change it to call it Bra champion. Brauti. Brauti. Ojoa Brauti. I know. We need the Maraki Posa. Brauti are safe. Mopanelli.
Yeah. Receive.
Bakayama, I want to pay the mo. Hey, have a cat, have a Brauti.
Bata baba man, hauna di coloi tse black man, dio di coloi tse black ka.
We guys speak Brauti is the time Brauti. But how can I get what have a Brauti? Shava Brauti, Rivini, Eric will say Yusuf Marti Brauti, Haleki criticize Yusuf Marti, Yusuf Marti, hey, Kir Marto, Pelageta Mokir, Yusuf Marti Mariko Paholi, Yusuf Marti Brauti. I will forever be grateful to Yusuf Marti Brauti guy. Yusuf Marti unkenze moto Brauti and a type Brauti. Even Limudusha Bala Timi Yosheman Kibataba Libokisa Brauti. Kirikiba Fepi Nakir, Marco si Dumela. Brauti man. Bagisa and give a bullet. How can I check the predictions are not Friday? How we check the predictions are not Friday. Johorele Carabatora or better 2-1 and Haho Koramotor some expecting Yusuf Marte or Quinica Kachoa. Oh, check a happy Brauti. Johorele Yalo. Baloko Tasiko Baraya, Vacasibone, Parasiti Brauti. As for Orlando Pirates Brauti before Jetsama, Eric Barre, Amatombe, Sobona, Amatombe, Sobona.
Really Prati, people samai, Prachem, people samai. You mentioned Yusuf Mart. Yusuf Mart, man, is this maybe something Eka liftan confidence a team? They're not bad players, but is this maybe a step for them to be better next season?
Yeah, jena hanalo Brauti, just step hore ba be better. Jena timika moka Brauti. team ka moka go starta ka bone bo Modusha balala bo Queenie ka team ka moka ba batla ba setse ba le teng go teaming ke nagana gore se tlo booster confidence and ba tlo go tseba le mo di cup competition ba bone gore no man mole re kgona go ka wina mole re kgona go re na le potential so bra uthi ke nagana gore se from here ba go ya go pele bra uthi ba ke o make sure gore mo competition ba consistent because of bothata ba Kaizer Chiefs ke gore are consistent bra uthi le character ke nagana ke bone ntho engwe ka Saturday ntho e botlhokwa e ntse ke tlhoka mo team if ya rena di star player ya ka bo Pirates go tibana le di star player mme ba na le MTN 8 bra uthi re tlhoka character go ina di game bra uthi mara go le gone re tlo go ya ene ke rapela le ba go Motaung bra uthi ya no se ke le bone ba ithutile se ba butse matlo ba bone gore man ya re country le we bone country itumetseng ka teng bra uthi ba ga Motaung ke bone ke nagana le ba ithutile tshwanetse ya no ba ntshe madi bra uthi ba sign ne nabi di player or whoever coach because of I se na renka di decision ka re ke utlwa menyetse gore nabi a ka tsama ka se tsama itse go gontsi bra uthi ba re tlogole re celebrate bra uthi re nabi a re mo fashions bra uthi if ba mo tsamaisa ba tise coach like Pitso Mosimane once ba mo fe re sign di player o bona gore country mo na teng Chiefs wina bra uthi ha batho ba kgale ba rasetsa.
Okay, no prati before tsama re go thuse Samora, welcome to the show. How are you?
OT, isound umithile lapho OT.
Oh, mina ngithi ngatu prati, but it's fine wizwile. Samora, welcome to the show.
OT, mpitsepila malume.
Hey, 2025 Nedbank Cup Champions. Samora, welcome. Sorry.
Thank you, champion. From champion to champion. Thank you, OT.
No, Kuba, go something.
Why are you tatazeli?
Go something, man. Wait, ke nagana, what do champions eat in the morning? Wait, I can say, man.
OT, ke nagana gore Pirates will be like healthy. We understand. At this moment, we don't need anything beside those Pirates. We understand. Yeah,
yeah. T-bone steak, T-bone steak, bone marrow, masapo, tsohle. Champion, what is your game? 2-1. Yeah, we the Chiefs.
OT finally ke rata o leboga these boys for pulling up their socks, because like you can tell like an injury expected from bona all along, but OT there is one player like ke ka complain ka ena last year no I won't see leadership within the team, although like he's been there for such a long time. Can mention only one guy, only Bruce Buma. He's been there for long, but can mention Riff Frosler. At last, he's one person, or I feel, or at least the justice has been served, right, finally. Because remember, they lost the cup go TSG in 2019, and then Baluza League ka Middendorp recently, 2021. Understand? 2020-2021. So I'm happy, OT, finally, but OT. Kizor network yak kine level thata ka coach arena OT. Honestly speaking, kine level thata ka coach arena. The guy is not wise enough to steer that ship. Ne? One OT, we know her like this team. I like Davey. I need working a character. It needs attitude. You understand? But your attitude should be at a certain level. Yeah, or like Oscar overdo things. Because at the end of the day, it might put you into trouble. When I say attitude, let's say attitude, like bullying those players. If like like no, you are not winning in a certain way. Bully those guys, or like by the time you might stand a better chance or no, you don't know what to expect. Understand? Wabona OT, yellow card ya Serino. In the first 20 minutes of the game, I was thinking what like a second half, like some certain changes, because like we know what kind of player Serino is. Understand? Imagine if Serino had received a second year, of which like a network of a red card, and then we are chasing the game at the back foot. As a coach, you have to be clever, OT. Remove Serino and could like restructure your plans.
Yeah.
So again, to like man, like what the lega, our coach, what the lega, things in what the lega. But the whole team implemented the right of attitude and on a final year debut. That was the I was looking for.
Mara ke batla ho botsa, now that you the rumor or Nabi wa tsamaya. What should Chiefs get? What type of coach should Chiefs get? It's not about if network itlo ken.
So good second network. Mara network is a champion.
Ay man, hey network. Oh network. One trophy now. Networks are going left, right, and center. Mara Samora, I'm sorry about that, champ. Soweto gent. In 2025 Nedbank Champion, I've got one question for you. How many days since Chiefs lost one a trophy?
Just 24 hours. Just 24 hours. Someone they can't say that. I've been thinking, overthinking football champ.
Yeah, yes.
OT. Now I'm mailing chinchilla, I'm going to champ. Later, I'm going to change the
Wait, what is that, bro?
I think kona something prophetically enzakalayo OT. Kona abo 10 engibabonayo abaningi lapha mfethu. Igame isidlale ngeyi-10 yabo.
Yeah.
Just before i-DDC team iwine ilentuzana i-cup labo for the 10th time.
Yeah.
Sakora igoli in the 10th minute.
Yeah.
Sakora elinye kusele just 10 minutes ukuthi iphele. To end i-10-year drought ye-Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
There's something happening like.
Kodwa nje ukuthi ngiwina lotto ye-10 million.
Futhi next season leya MTN 8 ka 10 million. Hayi ngathi izakithi next season OT. This is prophetic. I can see it. 10 million next season is coming to Kaizer Chiefs. Kodwa ngijabule kakhulu. I think kule game Kaizer Chiefs showed something. Baze without no tactic angibonanga tactic mina kule Kaizer Chiefs. Into engiyibonile it was inhliziyo ukuthi we want to win this game yabo. Which is i-brand Kaizer Chiefs all in all. Ikhosi aliphela umoya ikhala ithuli iphinde ubuyele khona empini siyela khona kunjalo kubhlungu kunjalo siyakhona siyalo. That's how we won the game. No tactic, no fancy stuff, just inhliziyo eyama player, and that's what I've been asking for from these players yabo, especially in derbies. But hayi sijabule kakhulu OT.
Mara ufuna ukubuza now that they've won the derby, now that they've won the trophy, these players, does this boost them for next season? Are we going to see them play Manlaitanyan next season? Do you think that Abomart will start performing Nabokwinika with this 10-year thing in Echo?
OT, I think it has to change, man. I think it has to change. I really wish Kaizer Chiefs could keep Abonabi lapha ukuthi continue na Kaizer Chiefs. Let's see next season. I didn't see like tactics. I just saw nje i-coach edlala nje i-line up yabo, and not really like game tactics and all of those. But I think that was the plan. I choose to believe that was the plan. Ukuthi each team like they should know each other in that sense. Ukuthi they can coach each other. Yeah, but if they can learn to coach each other, then they learn how each other, like they learn the way each other plays. Yeah. So I want to believe what next season in terms of Inzagala, coach will start implementing our tactics and relationship between these players. The bond is already being created. Yeah. I want to believe what next season coach will start using tactics like going forward. I don't know if I'm speaking philosophy, but yeah, let enzakalayo man, no, it's prophetic. We're going to win going forward. We're going to win 2 or more trophies next season.
No. Nami, I'm waiting for October. Maybe it then something can happen. Thank you so much. Soweto Jet, Soweto Champ. Guys, I'm gonna bring in the next panel just now. All I wanna say is
nami ngiyamangala ukuthi nala ngadlula njani uNkulunkulu nale ngaka ngayidlula no. It wasn't an easy road.
It wasn't an easy road, man. It wasn't an easy road, but we are here. Masibonge Nagu Pirates. Belile, mtakama.
Angeke uhlala ungamangali vele from kuStellenbosch ukuthi udlule kanjani. Ngeke uhlala ungamangali.
Mara sidlulile okusalayo.
Ukujabula kuyashintshana ngasho ngathi ningakhali kakhulu nani nizawubenefita na
10 years yonke. Sameli 10 years. Nilokhu nitshintshisana nina.
Ukujabula kuyashintshana nawe sasho ukuthi nizawufika kule la ningajahe nisibize ngamagama neziswane. Ibiza ushemeni wami ngamagama ngoba nakini kuzawufika lolu suku nikujabulele futhi lokho.
Mara izohlala for 10 years. Mina ngifuna ihlale for 10 years.
Bakamanje ngicela unesibindi kodwa uthi maye laba 4 vele bangale bakandlela ubanike 30 minutes unesibindi.
Hayi man bayazi nabo sebaqedile ngale sokhulumani ngabo. Bayazi yibo bacelile ngithi i-spokesperson fikile sathi no 15 minutes is fine.
Bazokukwatela hey labantu laba banadliziyo la bavula oba live manje ngale bayakhala mhlawumbe ukuthi yabona ngale.
Mara Belile why nina ningakhali nishayiwe 2-1 uthini ke game?
Sinake ngesikhale mntakababa wena nje okokuqala kuzokusho ukuthi shout out to i-Wydad Casablanca. Uthe umuntu makathi uyaresign bakuphela isizini bamfaka indlela manje zange bafuna ukulinda kuze kushona ilanga. And shout out to isikhukhune ukuthi ithema omunye makakhukhuna ayokhuluma namaklapa aseThekwini bamfaka indlela manje azange bananazi bafuna thina solo kuhleli lasithi hey umuntu akukhumbula umndeni ukhumbula kanti wakhukhuna le sithi yodlala nepyramid kanti uyokhukhuna ngamanye ama-office ngale yiko nje hayi kuzibe
but since February
hey thina sibhizi ukuthi umuntu ekhumbula ifamily yakhe ulonely kanti awubhizi basibhizi thina hey siyothatha i-CAF kanti umuntu uyakhukhuna le Egypt le madoda kulungile bafana hayi kulungile.
Mara ile ruma bengafuni kuyikhuluma mara. But it's fine.
Kodwa kukutsheleza azange ngisho ukuthi khona ngeke abuye after final ukutshelile muza kithi.
Hayi
kasho la wathi wena ngaphiza ukukhuluma ngakutshela kanti khona ngeke final after final uzoza.
Ngiyakutshela ukuthi ungazikhiphi. Melumiki Junior azikhiphe ungazikhiphi indaba.
Kuzima kodwa ezweni. Hayi makade sawuthini ibhola bafethu silithanda linjalo man. Hey ayikazi inhliziyo yami bebhlungu kanje sithi solo ngazala mhlawumbe nawe uzohleka. Hey ngokukhishwa kamakhopa. Hey ekuvele kwashaya phakathi impela enhlizweni.
No. Soyabona ukuthi umsebenzi kaMakhupa imuphi. Soyabona.
Hayi bafo ngavele ngabheka emuva from igame yepyramid sabo igame esikhukhuna ngabheka lamasapho ngabheka i-finals idle ngabuthi vele umuntu khala khukhuna man. No sitsona nje. No. But so far congratulations champ at least finally you niyazi ukuthi sihlala sifila kanjani. You get the feeling ne? It's nice ne?
Hey, not today. Not today. Today we're on top of you guys. But ngifuna ukubuza Belile. You said something there. I ngokukuna, but you said something about you said something about ama changes wakhe. Second half ngibone ngathi uvele walahlela nje. Uqale first changes, ngiyaqala ukumbona tshintsha kuqala. Second faka bo Kim Beauty.
Hey, ngathi bese kalahlela ukuthi hayi sohlangana phambili bafowethu. And amawutabheke uyaqala phela ukusho elikangaka. And amawutabheke sometimes bafowethu ibhola sidlalile kwabona sometimes when we are buzzing there on the field. uMakhuba was buzzing on Saturday. He was buzzing. Ngibona bekayifika zama nokudribula enzani phela yabo this partition. Ewavele wamkhipha ngavele ngathi we saphela amanzi angena endlini lana Nkosi yami. Hey. Kodwa hayi sizawuthini mntakababa kuzolunga. Siyaphambili siyabona next season. Isizini ibe yinhle. Sawabongela nalabo be1 point bangalethwa.
Very quickly, Mania Pambili, what type of coach nimfunayo now? Nzofuna coach we Africa, nzofuna the same as Jose, nzopabo rulani wabo banba ne chance ubonani.
No, there is a 4-time league winner coach who's available and free here in South Africa. If you want, stop udlala. We're not building here. Sidlala Champions League next season. There is no time to build. There is a coach who has won league 4 times, and you know him is available. He will make sure ukuthi bonke laba tekeleza laphayana they will play. If awudlala about it uyatekeleza udlamini, he will sort you out. He will never play with you. We need that the coach who's got that attitude and he's available and you know him. 4 times.
Okay, okay, yeah. For time, I'm gonna jump in. People.
Namhlanje kule live kudlala music kumnandi impela kuyaculwa nje ke hey.
Hayi man, emathuneni, it's fine. Bongs, welcome. Champion Bongs, Nedbank Cup 2025 champion Bongs.
You couldn't have said it better.
Bongs, ngiphi ithuba Bongs ngiqala.
Ukenzakalani?
Ngiyobhekele under 20 uthi ziyadlala.
Ifaka uBongs uqala uzangena, uzayibukela.
Okay, uthi.
Maro kaba. Bongs.
Yes, champ.
Yes, champ.
I can hold ke rona the champion today after 10 years.
Oh.
Look who scored the first goal at number 10. That is 10th May. And we broke our 10-year drought.
Yeah.
That is 10th May. Against Orlando Pirates yet again.
Yeah.
Oh, Orlando Pirates. Now we can associate ourselves to the Mamelodi Sundowns. Now we can hang with champions now. I guess hang out a little to the plastic cup. Bantu ba tla ba re ba win the plastic cup to equivalent.
Yeah.
To community shield. Re tsamele batho ba win the community shield. Re win the FA Cup rona. Nedbank Cup equivalent to FA Cup. Erisang to CAF Confederations Cup. Are nne re tsamele batho ba ntse ba lala net only 10 million sa ba etsetseng le next.
Yeah.
Plastic Cup ya 10 million against rona re lo bapala Africa. We beat a good team there, but
Oscar, we beat a good team. We beat good teams. We beat Stellenbosch. We beat Sundowns. We beat Pirates. We beat good teams.
Sundowns, we beat a monster. That's a monster. That team I respect from today. But I know the Pirates a lesser more. The Pirates a lesser more. 2 years hell. I have enough. Sundowns so ya kinyeletsa le yona some more. Winner league. Ha ka tloa ya winner start and jwanong e tlo ba worse. Pirates e tlo ba low fit. Now the coach then wa ba le jumping the ship. It's going down there at Pirates there. The ship is sinking. The sea robbers are no longer red hot anymore. They're going down. We beat them 2-1. Thanks to Mart. And again, I
Yeah.
want to apologize to Mart for calling him the black sheep of the family. Thanks for getting us that goal that got us the trophy. Thank you.
Yeah. No, ke batla go botsa ka taba ya Pirates ya coach o tsamayang. We've seen a coach leave in similar circumstances than Bauer. Mandla le Fadlu ba kena ba ba isa ko CAF Confed finally. Go fitla Ribeiro. Jwale next season tshwantse e kae Pirates, and do you think Velet's going to sink, or are the team? Oh, and like, let me ask you this: are the teams in the league good enough to take over from Pirates?
I don't see any other team unless the Chiefs are a build up from what they've created right now after 10 years. They might be the team to take over Orlando Pirates. Unless a Pirates, it is a story. With the rumors that I'm still hearing about Pitso joining Orlando Pirates become true, then Pirates will still be at the top as well.
So then, team how next season, Bongs, for the last minute here, your coach might be leaving, but now there's a trophy. Do you think that having the trophy makes things easier for Chiefs next year?
Tabaya coach yona, I think let's just cross that bridge I refit. But for the players yona, I think this has to be a motivation for them to push forward and maybe finish better than number 9 where they are. They can even finish 6 or 7. At least they'll have a better season than that other one there. And the next door neighbor, they will have a better season than them because we've won a trophy. A better trophy.
Hey, okay, Bongs, for time. I'm going to jump in for time. Thank you, champ. Bonga, welcome.
Yes, champ.
Oh, champ.
Championi, ole, 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 championi, championi, ole, 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 championi, championi, ole, ole, ole. Oh, OT, we are the champions, man. Ish.
Yes.
We are the champions. Hey, OT. I don't know, man. I just want to speak about everything that has happened into the season. I don't want to stick too much with the tactics in our team. I think
Okay.
it's been hard for the players. It's been hard for the technical team. It's been hard for the coaches in our team. I think we needed this cup to relieve some pressure from players, from everyone, from every stakeholders. I think we needed this when our team. And I think from next season go forward when our team. When I was looking at this season, because there's one thing that Coach Nabi said when he came to Kaizer Chiefs, that we need to look at our squad with honesty and without fear and favor when our team. We need to enforce our squad when our team, because we are going to Africa, and we need to be honest with what we want into the market. We must not just go to the market to get any player, just the player that is in the market. We need to scrutinize and decide with what we want into the market. We must not just go into the market to buy players. So another thing, we need to get a better ball playing goalkeeper when we are playing in PSL, because the style of play that Coach Nabi want to play needs ball playing goalkeepers that are not panicking in the ball. So if Coach Nabi is still staying with us, we need ball playing goalkeepers. We need strikers, but we need to be honest with what we want and what we want to achieve into the market, and also to the world state when our team. I was listening to Jessica and Kaizer Junior right now in Rob Show, and also the Kaizer Chiefs coach. It seems like the technical team is willing to stay, and also the management is willing to go an extra mile to try and make the team better. So those are the things that are making me feel better, to see that there is a way forward and there is something that we can build on going forward. So I think when our team, we are in a good direction. I hope we can build on these things to build a momentum and build a positive environment for the players.
Yeah.
For us as fans, to not create a toxic environment for players, to grow players like Abomart, to build the strongest players that are around our team, to be a better team, to be a collective as a family, to be something better. I think I've been believing in this project that there is something that can come out of this project. So I think we can build on this our team.
What do you say? What do you say? What do you say to people that say that fine, the Nedbank Cup was won, but it doesn't mask the fact that this has been a poor season from Kaizer Chiefs, and maybe the Nedbank Cup might make us too overconfident in the team and the coaches and the management, and maybe we start slipping next season. Do you think that it might have that effect? Do you trust them to go into next season and make the right decisions?
You know, when I would see, I don't want to lie to you, when I would see, because I think I watch almost every game, and I've been speaking with you. I understood what was happening within our team. And within the stature of the games, of us losing important players in every crucial games, losing important aspects into the game in every game. So personally, I do understand what was happening within the team. Because I understand why the team was inconsistent from the first space, because we all of us, we understand why the team was inconsistent. The first thing that we need our team inconsistent, it's injuries. That's one thing that I don't run away when we speak when our team. Injuries has been happening in every 3-2 games in our team, and even suspensions. So those things, if we can build a team that can be consistent in every game, that can build results in every game, I think that's where we can see the better tactics of Coach Nabi and going forward. I think another thing that we spoke about when just a minute. Another thing that we spoke about, we must not hide about the Indoni injuries. I heard about that. I think that's something that we can grow with it within the team and as a family, as a whole in our team. And thank you so much for the opportunity in our team. Let me go to watch the under-20 national team.
But you must watch the show too. You can watch that one on mute. Let me go to Ray. Ray.
Oh, Mr. Champ, how are you?
Hi, man. The champ is here. The time is up. My time is now.
Yeah, I'm also Mr. OT. You must also call me Mr. Champ also.
Yeah, we're all champs. We're all champs, Ray.
Yeah. But how are you, man?
No, man. I'm feeling 10 years younger. You know, I'm feeling 10 years lighter. You know, the skin is 10 years. Yes, everything is just 10 years better, man.
Yeah, Mr. OT. The boys made us proud last week Saturday, Shem. Yo, man, 10 years. You could feel it, yo. We've been waiting, Mr. OT. We've been waiting, yabo. Hi, man, I'm proud of the boys. Laba we Pirates back, asinandaba nabo, yabo. Asinandaba nabo, asigeni lapho. Ukocha uyahamba, akasabuyi, makahambe. Yabo. Athathe izinto zakhe, angashiyi lutho la eSouth Africa.
Yeah.
Angashiyi lutho, athathe yonke lo mthwalo wakhe la.
Yeah.
Ayele ube eSpain or Egypt, yabo.
Yeah.
Asifuni. That's right, man. Manje about Mr. OTI. Labafana badlalile, man. You know, there's this song, man. Yes, the Kosi.
Lele ma, yes, the Kosi. Lele ma.
You see,
Oh, yeah, stop.
I'm preparing for next season. Next season, we are dominating. Next season, we are coming for everyone. We are coming for Sundowns. Nale team the Eswaki Pirates. Nala Bafana Labancane, small teams. We are coming for everyone next season. Next season, we will be dominating. Asami muntu next season. Next season, we are coming for CAF. I'm a winner at Casablanca. We are coming for them.
Yeah.
Vele bathi uRulani bamxoshile. Hayi makabuye ayikho indaba yakhe lapha.
Manje
Ukuthi nekayenzani.
manje Champ abuyele kuphi? Which side of Soweto ngoba engathi there's an opening nalakithi.
Who Mr. Rulani?
No ngiyabuza ngoba khona uRulani khona uCoach Pitso hey banengi. So then mina ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi nathi if sofuna ucoach simfune lapho or sibayekele ukuthi baye ePirates.
Hayi Mr. Oti, hayi asibafuna abantu bamnyama lapha abaqhutha bamnyama lapha Chiefs.
Ebana.
Abayele iPirates le. Asibafuna. La trainer asibafuna boPitso boRulani. Hayi.
Why ngabafuni?
Asi bazositshela hayi this thuggish behavior, these players are not playing well. Hayi. Asifuna abantu banjalo thina. It's right no Nabi. He doesn't criticize the players. He protects his players. Yabo. For me, it's right no Nabi. Nabi must stay for next season.
Yeah.
We are competing for e-league. We are coming for Sundowns next season. Abasifunda abarulani it's right now. Yabo. But Mr. Oti, for me now, I feel like the boys play really well, but there's not a lot of analyzing in the game because, like second half, it was physical. You could tell, because you could tell the players are getting yellow cards. There's pushing, there's a lot of stamping. So it was a physical game. There's a lot of emotionals. You could tell the boys they wanted more. You could tell there's a hunger there. You could, and in Josie naye wakhipha ulobani umakhopa ngathi hayi ngase siwinile la sesiwinile yambona ukuthi hayi umuntu uyabhayiza ukhipha ulo one of his best striker wafaka le ubani the second best striker ubani
Mabasa.
Yeah, yena loyo yabo, and I saw like Mfukeng, he was off, but he went Tito he was off. Bebakupha bo Tito bebavula indlela bathi hey nayi Kaizer Chiefs, here's your trophy.
Yeah. Okay, Mara, for time I'm gonna jump in. Siana.
Yeah, Mokwena, how's it?
No, kupa full title, please.
Full title, yeah.
Full title, yeah. Come on, win a trophy, man.
As long as you're gonna call me champ first, then I'll call you champ also.
Wana ke champion ya February. We don't remember the championship. It's fine, Mar.
Oti kona why ungifaka phambi kwabantu be-Chiefs la? Ungifaka phambi kovelile.
La Mufistos.
Phambi kovelile. Ungibeka abantu be-Chiefs phambi kwami. Ya.
Amakhosi for life.
Fistos.
Amakhosi for life, yeah.
No, Fistos God.
Oti.
Yeah.
Sharp Mr. Oti.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Oti. I feel so bad about Friday. Hey. Ngizile la ngakhuluma and felt confident and everything. Mara, yeah. Oti.
Yeah.
Violence. You guys came with violence.
Yeah.
That match needs to be replayed. That match needs to be replayed. Violence engaka. Violence engaka. Yeah.
Maramsiana, do you give credit to Coach Nabi for coming into that game and the players for approaching that game that way? Maybe that's how you need to beat Pirates. As ugly or as whatever it is, maybe that's what you need to do. If we went pound for pound, what was going to happen?
Yeah, Oti. As I said on Friday, if they go pound to pound, they don't stand a chance. Actually, Oti, to be honest, I don't give Nabi any credit. I'm giving the players the credit.
Yeban.
I'm giving the players the credit, not Nabi. Nabi can't coach. Oti. And the only reason why Nabi is looking so good right now is because Jose made him look good. Jose made him look good with his absurd changes there in the second half. Otherwise, Nabi is not good. I'd rather give the credit to Andule Tuba better. Nabi.
Okay, but okay, I wanna go deeper into that. Coach Jose, what do you think he did wrong in this game to give Chiefs this game?
First things first, the lineup, there's one or two big mistakes in the starting lineup. Firstly, Utito, I don't think Tito should have started because the last time I remember, Tito been injury in vele. So I don't understand why he started. And in form, Udlamini was on the bench on the day. So I thought Ukuthi uzodlala ngoDlamini. Mina akhipha uMbatha adlalise uDlamini indawo kaMbatha. But things turned the other way. The first time I saw Tito in that lineup, I said, "Whoa, what? Aye."
Mara, what's gone wrong with Tito? What's gone wrong with Tito? He was the star. He was the guy who was holding up Pirates, ambulance, Tembisa, star player, player of the season, shout. What happened to him this season? Yeah, Mabasa.
Manje, aye. Engathi ambulance iphelelwe ngugesi. Manje,
Yeah.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong when I'm mokwena with Utito, but me, from my point of view, I'm the kind of person who prefers midfielders holding the ball and not losing it.
Okay.
You see, like Umbata, there's I'm so critical of Umbata a lot. Umbata, I don't take the what can I say? I give Umbata the benefit of the doubt because Umbata works hard and all that stuff. But once Mina would do to in midfielder, then you lose the ball constantly and create fouls that could hurt the team. So midfield.
Okay, but for the last 20 seconds, I want to ask you, don't you give Tito credit for being one of the only players in Pirates that maybe were not afraid to try something? Because we're giving Awambata credit, Mara. When it's time to build up the ball, they're hiding. Boga is there to play a lot of long balls. Do we give Tito any credit for trying to be that player?
Yeah. In most games, Tito is. But as I've said, the one fact thing I hate about Tito is losing the ball and holding on into the ball. That's why I prefer Udlamini, a midfielder who opts to rotate the ball than keeping the ball and losing it at the same time. That's why I know Mbata but Tito has done a lot for the team. In March, in March, washapa kapeneka da, I think so, in March or February, washapa kapeneka da, Vumo diver left, the Pole Puma right, we beat Chiefs, just like weeks back, then we beat Chiefs, and then they got lucky this weekend, and then they beat us, so.
Okay. For time, I'm gonna jump in, guys, all I wanted to say, for me personally, is that I've been telling you about Pirates for a very long time, guys. They struggle to get the ball up the pitch. They struggle to score. But what they had been good at is taking advantage of mistakes and scoring. It used to be random people who are getting those goals. That's what Pirates has been this season. Defensively sound, patient. And I think maybe Coach Jose lost a little bit of that patience in the second half. I mean, the moment he made the change first, I thought to myself, oh, you're trying to be active in this game. And usually when Pirates try to be active and forcibly do things, it usually doesn't work out. You think about how they came out versus Mamelodi Sundowns, trying to go at Mamelodi Sundowns. You think about how they went versus Pyramids, going back and forth with Pyramids. You think about how maybe bringing all of those attacking players at the same time, leaving Mavuvu alone in the midfield, also was maybe the wrong move for him. But in any case, Pistos. Oh, Pistos, are you with me? Okay, let me see Master Icon.
Shapfere, who's it?
Oh man, Naki Munati man, Kining, we've been watching you guys winning trophies over and over again. Lin Naki win now.
Yeah, no man. Congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. Actually, to Yusuf Mat. I think he's one of the people that have been getting too much disrespect. Each game after Chiefs play, what smart this, smart that, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think he's been taking a lot of shots. But I'm not gonna talk about the game much in terms of what the referee did to us and all that. Ke tlo buella my team, and then I'm gonna look at Chiefs again. Especially considering the rumors that are actually circulating. I'll start with Pirates. Remember that moment?
Yeah.
I got in halftime, and I said, if we are to continue the game playing Maswangani,
Yeah.
that game wasn't the game that needed someone who's holding the ball as a ball. The moment we made subs, that's when Chiefs now started doing things, especially now having introduced some fun Mduduzi with I won't say to praise much. I'm gonna say Mduduzi because he was doing something that Serino was failing to do, which is
Yeah.
actually taking the ball and pushing the ball forward so that Chiefs can actually play the ball.
Okay.
And now I understand why Jose na etsa di sub tsele. Da mane una qava re Monday chaile he's going. And I feel like it's something that was predetermined. But other than that, he won us 5 cups. He created a name for himself. I just wish he shouldn't have closed the chapter like this. But yeah, this game showed me a lot. Number one, I think I owe an apology to Makhopa as well. I was one of the people that was bashing him, and it's because I didn't understand his game. And yeah, he man. He actually showed why he's actually deserving of the national team call up as well. In terms of dribbling, fetching the ball, that position that we always say that he's playing, which
Oh,
is being
CDS.
the target man. He was doing that. Now I'm looking for like the development there on next year. It's gonna be too tricky with whoever that's coming, because now if we are to bring Jingle doesn't play around. You play nonsense, and that's the last time we see you on the pitch, and that's just that. So now the likes of Tito, like I said on Saturday, they're not gonna play because Jingles doesn't want Jingle Jingle wants a person who's actually gonna create and score so that he can actually win. Jingle wants to win the game. And it's gonna be tricky now. I'm actually interested on seeing what's happening. Nabi's going to just that Kaizer Motaung Jr. didn't want to confirm that on the interview. Tomato Mara English 1-2. He said no, he still has a season with us. Then he was like, I know, but there's that part where you need to look at and reflect and see what the coach is doing so that we can plan forward. In simple terms, Nabi's going. And I understand why Nabi's going. If we are to be honest about the Chiefs game yesterday, Nabi didn't come with a plan A, plan B, plan C. Nabi came with a starting lineup, and he was
Yeah.
hoping for a miracle that actually Chiefs does something. Because if you had to look the way, like if you can check out the way Bologne, if we actually had a midfield like Lamine, who was actually supposed to pass the ball that Tito couldn't pass, we were gonna expose the defense. And Nabi was not actually ready for that. I feel like the Tito line being on the lineup, it was a blessing in disguise for him. Nabi Vaya, I feel like, yeah, Kaizer Motaung, Batlo Batla, a coach that's actually supposed to do better for Chiefs. And I think right now the race is between the race is for Jingles between Chiefs and the Pirates. One of them will get Jingles. If Chiefs doesn't get Jingles, Pirates will get Jingles.
For the last minute here, I want to ask you. Sorry, for the last minute here, I want to ask you. Is Chiefs making a mistake letting Nabi go now? Is it a situation that's similar to Ernst Middendorp coming second in the league? Coach Nabi wins a trophy. Is it a mistake for the coach to leave now? Because if we track after Middendorp, we didn't do much. Next season, we got to the Champions League final, but then it was downhill from there. Is it a mistake?
For me, I think it's not really a mistake. Nabi didn't actually have a style of play. He didn't have a team that we can say that it's the team that can fight for him. You would even see with the way he would introduce players. I think Chiefs was changing the lineup almost every week. You'd see this week Udlalaga this guy, this week Udlalaga this guy. He didn't have that consistent lineup that would say that Kiaha. So it's not a mistake. I feel like Chiefs needs to get to the glory ways, and in order for them to do that, they need to get a coach that actually understands the Chiefs football. Nabi came with the North American football, or rather the North African football, which is a physical play, which is similar to what Caruso brought to Sundowns. But for him, it's actually working because they are able to play. But as for Nabi, they came with that Chiefs
Yeah.
like the old Chiefs was gone now. And yeah, I think they should get a new coach who's gonna build on what they have.
For time, I'm gonna jump in. Let me bring in Ray. Ray, welcome.
I'm a coach for life.
Oh, champion Ray.
Oh, my God. 10 years in waiting.
Hey.
I know. We struggle.
Happy Kasekhoa, they don't even say 10 years anymore. They give it a whole different name, but a decade. Hey, but Ray.
Yeah, Ash, I'm just concerned here about just a few things here. Ash, my network is very bad. Nabi going, am I worried? I'm not sure because I don't understand or never understood his style of play. And apart from his style of play, I never got confidence from the coach. So I'm not really worried. But I think if he has to stay or if a new coach has to come in, they need to build around certain players. Players like Tabotele, we need to build around certain players. Not this thing of always having to change players. I saw a different Quinica on the weekend. Maybe some of these issues are just more mental. You see, on these players, you look at a player like your Mashiani. Does that guy need a psychologist or what does he need? Sometimes it goes beyond the element of just kicking the ball. So, but above everything else, I don't want to lie, I'm very happy as a Chiefs fan. Remember last time when VV left Paris, it was after they lost against us. So this is not surprising. And on one video where Bob Steak was intoxicated, he mentioned something. He said that these foreign coaches, when they win, they leave without, not properly announcing. They just give you time and say, at the end of the season, we are leaving.
That's true. Yeah,
I
he
think
did say.
that's the biggest problem. Pirates might suffer the backlash of that. So that was just my point there, OT. I'm having a very bad network. Anyway, I took leave at work for the remainder of the month. So I'll be blowing vuvuzela until month end. Course for life.
Uncle, Papa, a long month of celebration. Yeah, our birthday month. We're in a championship month. Championship year, championship 5 years, Pistos. You're not going to hear the end of it. Pistos.
Mr. OT, namuhla senibizala ngama-champion ngama-menemene
kunini nisibukela nina niloku niwina nibizana ngabo-champ. Ever since the show has been on, ngale show, I've never been able to say champ.
Mr. OT, can I remind you of a guy named Uchomo? Ati, this thing is whole scripted.
Yeah, Uchomo, yeah.
Mr. OT, let me first start by saying Uguti, congratulations to Chiefs.
It took 9 years, but finally they made it, and it's a win. As Amapagania, we are happy for them. Ukuthi the drought has ended, and we are hoping for them. Ukuthi they can come to party so that we can try and stop it training as a Pitor. That's number one. Then number two, Mr. OT, Ukamba kwa Rivero. We must understand that our coach had a contract for 3 years, and the guy honored the contract. So we cannot say ukuthi manje because ufuna ukuhamba, then City sifile kwangathi uyasidanklaza or he's just dropping the ball on us. We must respect the guy ukuthi he has honored his contract, and his contract has come to an end. That is one thing that we must acknowledge and appreciate. Mina as a Pagania, I fully acknowledge and respect ukuthi he has honored his contract, irrespective of our challenges lawa abe now and throughout the seasons ku Pagania. The fact is he came, he delivered, and he made us happy as Sinama Pagania. Losing to Kaizer Chiefs in the final, it's not something that is nice, and it's not something that you can go, we celebrate. Chiefs go final. It's a painful one.
When last?
But for the fact, as Jose usenze happy, we are very proud, and we will hold him up there to one of our coaches. Then, Mr. Oting, I hope as South African football lovers would understand the playing style of every players and different moments. Umahopa i-role yakhe ekayidlalile ku-Pirate, it was very big. Abantu abaningi bamcriticizile, and mina I'm happy to say ukuthi uMakgopa deserves to go with Bafana to Morocco, because the guy i-role yakhe ukwazi ukuyidlala very good. Uyidlala even more better than this guy Fosler. He plays much more better than Fosler. But all that I can say, Kumakos, is good. Let's be honest with one another. To win in Nedbank does not solve the problem it Chiefs now. You're now talking of replacing Unabi. But you are replacing Unabi with what package Onayo as AMA players. And currently Chiefs players are the ones who are supposed to deliver at the end of the day. And Chiefs does not have that quality player that can produce AMA results week in and week out. So Unabi, if Nim release a book manje, what then are you saying? Are you saying ukuthi niyocala pants again with a coach ongeke wazi ukuthi what is there to expect? Pitso made it very clear ukuthi yena he comes in for a project. He does not come to coach and the miracles. He's a coach ofuna isikhathi and then make sure that whatever that he produces, it's something that is retainable within the team. If ungabheka i-Sundowns what they have manje, Mr. OT ungahamba ku-Sundowns manje. Umsebenzi wakho as a coach is not that much, but it's more like you let things continue as currently they are. Ukadoso has not come and make the Sundowns with miracles. Has not brought any miracle to Sundowns except the big check lab lokuthi bakhona ukuhamba kuyothenga ama-expensive players. But there is a continuity within the team.
No. Oh, yeah.
Mina as a Pirate fan, I fully believe ukuthi ukufika kwa Jose sonke besithi plumber, silethelwe iplumber, singazi ukuthi iplumber izokwenzani, but the plumber made us happy. I still say nanamuhla ukuthi whomever gets the position of ukuthi abe head coach Orlando Pirates, I'll give him support yami 100%. I'll even go to Orlando as much as I did went to Orlando under Jose, because every coach deserves that opportunity ukuthi a showcase what he has. Sike sathanda uCosta and Papik. We never won anything, but the football ebesidlala under Costa and Papik, it was very good. So Mr. OT, all that I'm saying, ukuthi thina singamabhakaniya, forward we go. We know ukuthi kumanje we are targeting good next season. Let's try better ukuthi sikhona ukuwina i-league. Let's try better ukuthi sikhona ukungena ku-final ye-CAF. Those are the things that matters to us. But other than that, as a Pagania, we are very much happy.
But I want to ask you something. You spoke there about Coach Pitso needing a project. Isn't Chiefs maybe the best project that you can get right now, especially since I think the Nedbank Cup win takes some pressure away, and you'd be able to come in and get some time. Even maybe Nabi, if he was paying, could have gotten some more time to do something. Isn't it the best time to take Chiefs right now? Such a ganj.
Mina Oti, my late grandfather taught me one thing. Ukuthi indaba zasemzini do not have much interest ngazo. Meaning ukuthi okwenzakala ku Kaizer Chiefs, I don't have interest kizo. Ukuthi who they bring in and who they bring out and who they sign and who they don't sign.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have interest. I don't invest myself ukuthi ngibe more focused ukuthi kwenzakalani ku Chiefs. All that I can say is ukuthi as a Buccaneer, I'm looking forward to next season ukuthi ngitry ukuchallenger for i-league. Ukuthi nina niyahamba niyosayina uCristiano Ronaldo lena nizomletha
mara ukhulume ngoNabi manje.
No. Mina, all I said about Unabi, if you would remember back then, Mr. Oting, Chiefs, if Chiefs can win in Nedbank and Unabi angene number 8 on the log, Chiefs would have had a perfect season because automatically you've qualified for CAF. It's equivalent to Utugu League who finish number 3. That's what I said about the Kaizer Chiefs. But how do you structure going forward? With the players that you have, and I believe Uguti Futi, you won idiski. So those players, will you give them opportunity to go to the starting lineup? I don't know.
That's not going to happen.
Atazwan umuntu that was willing to give those players a chance. Pitso will never give those players a chance. Jose Rivero has left giving those players a chance, and we are waiting to see who's going to take over. Will there be continuation or not? Other than that, Mr. Otim, on my departure, congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. It's a well-deserved win, and I'm praying Uguti this win can motivate the team and the player for next season so that we unite to challenge Sundowns. It cannot be right Uguti over 10 years league ya mamelodi.
Yeah. Okay. Please stop for time. I'm gonna jump in. Can I have a say? Thank you to everybody that's joined. Thank you to those that commented. Thank you to those that joined the panels. Thank you to those that followed. Thank you to those that gave gifts. Chiboy, Mapule, Kamzo, Soweto Gent, Richard. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. This is what I want to say. I am extremely happy for the Nedbank Cup. I am extremely happy. I do not know what to do with myself. I do not know how to celebrate. It's been so long. So that's number one. You have to be happy for a trophy. But I find myself in two minds when it comes to the situation at Chiefs. Number one, I genuinely believe that if you bring a trophy, you should be given time. Whether or not whatever happened in the season, as long as you're not relegated, you should be given time. If you come close to changing something for the club, you should be given time. Just like Middendorp should have been given time, Gavin Hunt should have been given time, Atazwani to a degree should have been given time, right? But then on the other hand, what I am afraid of is the delusion that comes with winning a trophy. Because sometimes you win the trophy and you forget about how bad the season actually was. And it's not going to be a situation where you're going to jump from number 10, 11 to number 2. That's not possible. And I'll give you an example. Arsenal Football Club wins a trophy within Arteta's first 6 months. Goes the following 5 years without winning a trophy. But because there was such belief instilled in the team immediately, we kind of let things go thinking that everything will be fine. I'm afraid that not just coaching, but I'm afraid that the family will look at this as job well done. Ooh, we did something, we don't need to do anything more than we needed to. Whereas maybe if we had lost badly and finished however way we were in the league, maybe it would have prompted different action. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not happy to win that trophy. So that is my fear when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs here. And if Nabi's leaving, I wonder, honestly, I wonder if it's an ego play or I wonder if it's a plan. Because whoever comes in next season, luckily for them, they're going to walk into a club that is maybe lifted a little bit from the trophy. Maybe the pressure's a little bit less. Maybe you can move a little bit differently. So if Nabi actually does leave, the coach that comes in, we have to see whether that person, what type of person it is, what they're going to do. But what I'm saying is that they're going to walk into a better state. And maybe Nabi Shem had to be the sacrificial lamb for that. Going over to Pirates. Pirates is so interesting. This whole Jose situation, guys, it's shocking, it's surprising, but I think the writing was on the wall for a very long time. From when Jose said that he's not signing this new contract at the beginning of the season, to some of the rumors that came out about him and his relationship with management, and then a little later on, him and other clubs, right? It's interesting. The only sad thing about what's happening with Coach Rivero right now is that it's ending sour. It's giving Zimbabwe, it's giving Rutkrol, it's ending sour. And unfortunately for him, there's 2 games that happened in the last month or so that I think he got wrong. Pyramids, I think he got wrong in the way they approached that game. And even this game versus Chiefs. For those who are watching live, there was a point where he made a sub and I said, hey man, yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be doing this. So the biggest big game team in the country happened to get into 2 of the big games. One was the extremely big game and they made their mistakes there. Now, you don't know if it's because of a certain other rumor that I'm not going to divulge here, that has to do with play. But it's very sad to see him go out like this. I asked the question last season. When I spoke about it's 3 years into your contract. You've got a 3-year contract. What happens at the end of the 3 years? Because if now we're doing Champions League now, does the next coach have the pressure of continuing on? And the tough part about continuing on is that is the next coach going to be coaching for his job? Are we going to see the Mbogazis and those guys coming in the same way if I am now under pressure to match the standard that Coach Jose had? But credit to the Pirates fans. I think you guys know how to treat a coach and how to not put a coach under pressure. So I think it's a very good situation that coach is stepping into. Whether they're able to do something with it or not, that's yet to be seen. Whether they can replicate what Jose did, that's yet to be seen. At Kaizer Chiefs, MTN8 is great, but you're still taking over a team that's number 10, 11. Those things don't get fixed overnight, and you're starting from scratch again. So that's going to be a very interesting chat. But in any case, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. 10 o'clock tonight on DSTV channel 403, ENCA. I did an interview with Dan Corder for his show, so you can watch that there. And please support. If you have not followed, please follow. Tomorrow, we're going to be watching the Pirates game together, 7:30. Wednesday, we're going to be watching the Sundowns game. I believe it is at 7:30. So please come in for the watch along. We'll still be as interactive as it is now for those who are watching for the first time. Please support the content that we put out, guys. So if you see a short video on TikTok, on Instagram, anyway, please follow it. And also, guys, I need some help on Instagram, man. Nambanyo follower, no share, man. As a belief. I also have a lot of other things that I'm dropping. If you ever see a brand somewhere in the video, somewhere, somewhere in the video. Just know that is a branded opportunity. So please, if you could like those videos, comment on those videos, that is great. And also, there is the feature where you can actually gift creators on their actual videos. So if you click on the comment section, if they have a present, a little gift box there, you can actually gift them similar to how you gift them here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's my first Monday as the champion. Angazi ukuthi ngiyolala ngo-10, ngiyolala ngo-11. Yo, I just don't know what to do. You're confused, man. Kusasa is going to be my first Wednesday. What am I going to eat? What am I going to look at? Hey, what am I going to do, man? Being champion is so different, man. It's so different. 10 years young, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone. Before I go, parents.
Kwase kwamnandi eSouth Africa, yo kwase kwamnandi eSouth Africa, loputinyo mosi.
Wait, I've got more.
Kuyaliwa empilweni guys, kuyaliwa.
Kuyaliwa empilweni guys because
nami ngiyamangala ukuthi nala ngadlula njani uNkulunkulu nale ngaka ngayidlula no, it wasn't an easy road.
It wasn't an easy road. Bye everyone. I see.